Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video on Scott Tyler, I'm going to be discussing things I can't stand about iPhones in 2022 and also 2023 going into the new year. Well, Merry Christmas everyone. Don't know when this video is coming out, and Happy New Year, but let's get into, not going to waste any more time, let's get into the things I can't stand about iPhones. This is not specific to the iPhone 13, it's more specific to iPhones in general. I know I made a video last time about like why I switched over to iPhone, things I was enjoying about it. Now it's time to discuss the things I can't stand about this phone. First off, this thing has been driving me nuts, and that is a lightning port on iPhones in 2022, and most likely, well, it's up for debate. Maybe in 2023 they're going to be solving the lightning issue and switching over to USB Type-C, but this technology is so outdated, and not only outdated, it doesn't work with any of the current accessories I have for all my other Android phones. Android has switched over to USB-C for I'd say 5+ years now, on average, and I had a bunch of USB Type-C accessories, mostly charging accessories, and it just won't work with this. I wish I could have just gotten this phone and then my fast charger will work with this. Sadly, it doesn't. I had to buy the Apple fast charger, which caps out at only 20 watts. That's the max that this thing can only charge at, which is another pain. And I don't know why they cap it at that when so many budget Android phones can charge at like 40, 50, 60 plus watts. Insane speeds. And going off that, not only the Lightning port is outdated technology, transfer speeds on here are insanely slow. This uses USB 2.0 transfer speed, which, 1 second, which is only 480 megabits per second, as opposed to USB Type 3, which is 625 megabytes per second. And let's convert that. There's 8 bits in a byte, so 625 times 8, that's 5,000 megabits per second, which is on average 10 times as fast as USB 2.0 speeds, which is crazy. And you can find this stuff on Android phones right now. When I had my Galaxy phone, when I had my LG phone, like if I wanted to transfer a file, like a large video file from my phone to my PC to edit in my editing software, because most people edit on their computers, it would go so fast. It would be like literally under a second I could transfer the video over, or maybe a couple seconds. This, if I want to transfer over images or videos, I have to wait basically 10 times as long, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's just a massive inconvenience for content creation. The second thing I can't stand about iPhones right now, or this might be my third thing on the list, is just in general, and this is going to be my last reason, but also it's going to encompass a bunch of things. It's the fact that you pay a premium for a device like this, and there's just so many shortcomings that come with it, and so many downgrades coming from an Android device, which usually will cost less, if not like 50% of what an iPhone costs. I know this for a fact, there's like budget Android phones that have higher quality displays than this, some better quality cameras, so more camera diversity, higher refresh screens, USB Type-C, better speakers, better performance. Performance is objective. I'd say snappier UI, maybe not in general as powerful of a CPU, but faster overall user interface. Clickier buttons, more buttons, and just like more features. So one, the screen on this thing it's fine. Actually, I'd say it's above average, but like you can get a Android phone for around this price or less that has an OLED screen, over 60 hertz refresh rate, so either 90 or 120. So it makes the whole like user interface and performance of the device look a lot smoother than a 60 hertz display. I will say though, I'll caveat that with, this is probably the best looking 60 hertz panel ever because of the transition animations and the smoothness that Apple builds into the UI. So I'll say that. In addition to that, there's other phones. Like with this, you only get 2 cameras, a wide and an ultra wide. There's Android phones out there, like my S21 had 3 cameras on it, and it was less money than this thing. It had a wide, ultra wide, and a telephoto. So I paid more for this, but I'm also losing a camera. And objectively, I'd say the camera quality, S21 versus iPhone 13 is basically the same. Comes down to personal preference, but I'd say objectively around the same quality. In addition to that, I'd also say like my S21 got slightly louder than this, so better speaker quality. And it's kind of like the small things that just sort of like add up. And I'd also say that like Android batteries, yes, this has amazing battery life, but there's some Android phones out there that cost like half this that have a much larger built-in battery, and that'll probably last you a lot longer than this one, because the battery in this is like really small, but iPhones do a great job in like conserving battery, using their efficiency chips now. This is an A15 Bionic chip, but it's stuff like that. And then also like ability to use like third-party accessories is a lot easier with Android. I think Apple kind of locks you into their ecosystem if you want to use other accessories. In addition to that, several apps are not available on the Apple App Store, more probably available on the Google Play Store. But it's just like things like that, where it's like there's a lot of downgrades with this, and you have to pay more money for this. So you're essentially paying a premium tax to one, use the Apple name, Apple brand, and to get into the Apple ecosystem, because there's a walled garden around everything. But that's basically what I want to say in this video. If you agree with anything I say, if you disagree with anything I say, comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. And if you like this sort of content, leave a like on this video and subscribe if you love this sort of content. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. By Scott Tyler. Peace out, everyone. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching another video on my channel. If you're interested, click over here to subscribe to the channel, and click over here for another amazing tech video review / tutorial. And yeah, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Appreciate all you guys. See you in the next video.